So it's been 71 days since I first got my hands on Samsung's Galaxy A71, and in my initial reviews I had recommended viewers to stick with the Galaxy A51, a very similar device which offers a bit less screen size and performance at a lower price point. But after some long-term usage, I want to talk to you about some new experiences I've had and share some insight on whether or not the A71 is the phone to go with considering all of the new releases Samsung is bringing to the smartphone market here in 2020. Let's get started. So starting with what makes the A71 such a compelling consideration: price. At the time of this video, the Galaxy A71, which comes in white, pink, teal, and this black color here, and in configurations of 6 or 8 gigabytes of RAM, is around $380. You are getting some serious value for your money here. In exchange for that price, you are getting a 6.7-inch 1080p Super AMOLED Plus display, a greatly sized 4500 mAh battery, pretty good camera experience with features and functionalities coming to be expected here in 2020, and Samsung's greatly refined One UI 2.0, which has been a good software experience on all of the Samsung smartphones I've used from budget to flagship. We also have a lot of small things going right here, including the likes of a headphone jack, very slim bezels, a hole punch cutout which I've come to much prefer over any iPhone notch, or even the teardrop design we can find on other mid-range and budget smartphones from Samsung, and the amazing colors this phone puts off in the right light. A lot of things you might only expect to see on the most premium flagship phones are making it here to the A71. A side-by-side look here with the Galaxy S20 Plus, and it may be difficult to see how this phone costs more than 3 times as much at $1,200. So then what's missing here to get this A71 to its affordable price point? It's less than you might think. Starting with the form factor, we have a Glastic backed design, which is a highly polished plastic opposed to glass we've been used to seeing on phones for the last few years. I see viewers in my comment section not wanting to switch to something like this, primarily due to its Glastic backing, because they are worried about losing that quote premium glass back feel. But trust me when I say that the feeling is still solid here. It has aluminum sidings, and overall the A71 still feels sturdy. Chances are good you will probably put a case on your phone anyway, which the A71 includes in the box. Problem solved. It also potentially provides more peace of mind to the consumer, knowing that in the event of a drop, the back of their phone won't be shattered and potentially need a repair costing as much or more than the phone itself does. Apple. From a functionality standpoint, that lack of a glass back means no wireless charging here on the A71. But many of you pointed out that wireless charging is not a necessity for you on a phone like this. And I agree with this thanks to its super fast charging capabilities, which we'll plug into later. Something else lacking here are certifications for water and dust resistance. These are some of the things that definitely give consumers peace of mind, knowing that their expensive device can handle an accident or the unexpected, but this is just another way Samsung is able to significantly reduce the cost. Another reduction you will find here is a less powerful processor used in the A71. Here on YouTube, you're probably accustomed to hearing about the Snapdragon 865 or Exynos 990 found in Samsung's Galaxy S20 line and other upcoming releases, but the Snapdragon 730 found in the A71 has been perfectly fine for my daily general use. Opening up the phone and navigating through applications may take a fraction of a second longer, but are these minor differences worth 3 times the price? I certainly don't think so, and it's the reason why there's so much excitement about this offering from Samsung. So while the decision may seem simple here, Samsung has been seemingly flooding the market with mid-range alternatives with the likes of the Galaxy A71, Galaxy A51, S10 Lite, Note 10 Lite, in addition to devices that are even more inexpensive with further cost-cutting measures. It's been something I can't even fully wrap my head around, so I can't imagine how consumers are trying to figure out what to choose as their next phone. The A71 has many similarities to the Galaxy A51, which is a phone I've been highly recommending here on the channel. It has a few more compromises to bring its price down to $280 at the time of this video, which makes it an excellent value. We have a slightly smaller screen size at 6.5 inches, a slightly smaller 4000 mAh battery, slower charging speeds, potentially lower RAM depending on your configuration, and a slightly less powerful processor. While these shortcomings will realistically be of no concern to the average user, I think someone looking for a little extra out of their phone can make the most of the A71 for the additional $100. While others may say the 6 6.7-inch screen size isn't all too different from the A51, this A71 definitely finds its way into the big phone category, matching the size of the Galaxy S20 Plus. And while initially I was slightly critical of the A71's battery, in longer term usage it has been excellent for me, with idle battery drainage being very minimal throughout the day, and watching too many hours of YouTube while stuck at home seems to barely make a dent on my battery. You can comfortably get into a second day of usage without charging. And the super fast charging standard is something I also really enjoy, providing essentially twice as much charge as the A51 in the same amount of time. There's just something great about getting back to 50% in a half an hour and charging to near full after an hour. And while the differences in the processors haven't been significant in my real life side-by-side testing, you will find a bit less stuttering and a generally smoother experience when navigating through applications and playing games on the A71. And even though I thought I would be disappointed by the single bottom firing speaker opposed to a dual speaker setup, in daily use I would often forget the fact that this phone and other phones in this video have just the single bottom firing speaker, especially when watching YouTube, as it gets very loud and has good sound quality. You also get some pretty good earbuds in the box with the A71, which have been comfortable to wear for hours on end and sound much better than the cheaper earbuds included with the A51. They don't sound as good as the AKG earbuds that come with the premium flagships, but they certainly get the job done. So, after 71 days of usage with the Galaxy A71, alongside many other phones you may be considering, my final verdict is that at the time of this video, the A71 is the perfect middle ground smartphone, bringing together great general daily use, some premium features, and a large screen size at a very reasonable $380 price point. The Galaxy A51 is still one of the best values you can get right now in my opinion at $280, but if you are more of a heavy smartphone user who needs a larger screen with more battery life, faster charging speeds, and a slightly improved processor and increased RAM, then the A71 makes that additional $100 a worthwhile investment. And while phones like the Note 10 Lite and S10 Lite are packed with more powerful processors and some benefits like the S Pen of course with the Note 10 Lite and super steady optical image stabilization on the S10 Lite, their current pricing of $500 to $550 gets to a point where it's harder to recommend in this particular matchup. At that price point, a lightly used secondhand flagship from 2019 might make more sense from a financial and value standpoint. But all in all, the Galaxy A71 has everything you need out of a smartphone here in 2020 and is definitely my most recommended larger phone of choice if you're looking for a great overall experience without breaking the bank. But what are your thoughts on the Galaxy A71? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to give it a thumbs up. And please consider subscribing to the Shane Symonds YouTube channel today and hitting that bell icon for notifications. I hope to see you around for the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.